From the crossroads of America and the Hoosier state of Indiana, this is Get In, the podcast focused on the unfolding stories and extraordinary innovations happening in the heartland today. I'm Nate Spangle, and I'll be your host for today's conversation. Today, we have a live recording from Rally, the largest global cross-sector innovation conference held right here in Indianapolis. On the show today is Tania Kottoor, founder and CEO of West by East. Tania Kottoor is the founder of West by East, an AI-powered design service for custom-fit cultural clothing. Please enjoy this live episode of Get In from Rally.
I'm the founder and CEO of West by East, which is an end-to-end service for custom-fit and on-demand culture garments.
Oh, okay. Elaborate into that.
There are folks from the diasporas, whether you're South Asian, East Asian, African, and Middle Eastern, and there's a required traditional attire for momentous celebrations like weddings, religious, cultural events. And the number one option to source these garments is a trip back to the motherland, which is ridiculous. And with technology, we built a solution where our customers can design their outfit from the comfort of their own home. So they can select the silhouette, color, fabric, and then they can use their phone to take their measurements virtually in 60 seconds. And they can see their avatar in the design that they created on their actual body before we go into production.
Oh my gosh. So is it a mixture of the software of doing the measurements as well as the hardware of actually producing the garments?
Exactly. So we're building a 3D knitting machine. So think of it as braiding your hair, right? There's 3 strands and it's going vertical, but the 3D knitting machine, there are multiple strands and it's going from all directions to create a physical piece of a garment, whether it's a blouse or a sari, which is our MVP. So that's the back end production.
Okay, so I might need a little bit of education here. Can you elaborate on what culture this is used in and what is different from normal textile manufacturing?
Yeah, there are other 3D knitting machines out there, but they're used for thicker materials like wool to create knitted sweaters or cotton to make basic shirts. But those wouldn't work for cultural garments because it's pure silk that you're using and these materials, it just wouldn't work. So we have to build our own version, and as well as so the software component will seamlessly integrate with the machine. It's like a bundle.
Yeah. So you have the hardware, like the actual textile manufacturing, and you have the software. I've been in like 10 bachelor parties this year, or 10 weddings, and it's like going every time to get fitted for a suit is like a pain. So the software alone is just like very intriguing to me. How long have you been working on this?
For over 3 years now, and the company has been self-sustaining itself. I like to say we've been
stiletto strapped. Okay.
But now we're raising venture capital to scale.
Okay, and what's your background?
I have a business degree, and I work for an emerging designer in Chicago, and I help build their brand from the ground up. Now it's catered at Saks Fifth Avenue and Bergdorf Goodman. And then I went to London to attend the Condé Nast College of Fashion and Design, and I was selected as one of the next leaders of luxury fashion.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. And then where do you reside at now?
I'm in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so how did you hear about Rally?
So I've done several fellowships and accelerator programs, which I believe has been instrumental for my growth as a founder. So I'm part of a lot of Slack groups. I get a lot of newsletters. Honestly, I have no idea. I saw it, I applied, and I got in.
What fellowship groups are you a part of?
I'm a Tory Burch Fellow, Ladies Who Launch Fellow. I've done Visible Hands Accelerator Program, Gold House Ventures Accelerator Program. Yeah, I've done.
So for other founders out there that might be like interested or considering joining these communities or these fellowship programs, what have been the biggest benefits for you?
I think for me, it's being part of a community that will support you in any way possible, whether it's raising funding, where it's like trying to find a team member, advisors. It's just, you need those people when you're an entrepreneur because it can be a very lonely journey. And those are the people that will be there when you're at your lowest.
Yes, absolutely. Having the community, super important. Where did you come up with this idea at?
It was a personal pain point. I'm a first-gen Indian American who grew up in the suburbs of Chicago, and like having that dual identity of being Indian and American, and the fact that I had to wait to go to India to get these clothes was just so annoying.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
Yeah, and it wasn't just for myself, but it's everyone I talked to within my own community, friends and family, and I realized that it wasn't just the South Asian community, it was everyone else, whether you're Nigerian, Ghanaian, Korean, Thai, same exact pain point.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, definitely. I definitely see how that would be very frustrating having to travel across the world to get a set of clothes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, you came in for Rally. Besides the pitch competition, what has been the best part of Rally for you? And where have you found it to be beneficial?
I think meeting other founders. I met a fellow Tory Burch founder.
Amazing.
We're part of the same fellowship, so that was really great. And meeting a few investors, having that one-on-one conversations. What else? Attended a private dinner last night.
Oh, where at?
At St. Elmo's.
Okay, what were your thoughts on St. Elmo's?
Oh, fantastic.
Did you get the shrimp cocktail?
Good. I did.
What did you think of that?
I thought it was great.
It is a heck of an experience.
Powerful.
Yes.
For your nose, you need to clear it out.
Absolutely. Okay, have you been to Indianapolis before?
No, I haven't.
From Chicago, you never made the trek 3 hours down?
I think maybe I did as a kid, but I'm sure things have changed, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so you coming from Brooklyn, New York, your plane lands, I'm assuming you didn't drive. Plane lands, what was the first thing you thought of Indiana?
Super clean.
Clean?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm in New York.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, previous to coming in for Rally, what was Indiana known for to you?
Just a Midwest state that's slowly thriving.
Slowly thriving. Okay, have you pitched already?
I'm pitching tomorrow.
Pitching tomorrow?
Yeah.
How are you feeling going into it?
I think I'm pretty good.
Feeling good?
I've done a lot of pitch competitions.
What other pitch competitions have you done?
I did like Match Challenge. I'm trying to think.
Oh, you're fine.
They're just like a bunch.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. If you had to give advice to a founder that's potentially like thinking about joining a pitch competition, what would your one piece of advice to nail a pitch in a competition be?
I think it comes down to the Q&A. Answer the question, and then you can elaborate. Don't do it the other way around. Because some people do that. Even I do that at times. Because I'm trying to find the answer while I'm talking. Does that make sense?
Don't bury the lead.
Yeah, but
right?
then the judges they just want the answer. Otherwise, they'll ask the same question again.
Yeah. What if you had advice for a pitch deck for founders out there?
I think don't use too much words. Keep it super simple. Use imagery. Like it's almost like a performance. So you have to like sell whatever the product or service it is, right? Yeah, just keep it simple.
I love that. That's great advice we have a ton of like entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs that listen to the show. What's been the coolest person you've met at Rally? Give them a shout out.
Last night, I met Harry Wilson for the dinner event.
Who is Harry Wilson?
The brother of Russell Wilson.
Oh, no way. Like the football player?
Yeah, I messaged him last night on LinkedIn and responded, and I got in to the dinner.
Let's go.
And I invited two of my female founder friends as well.
Amazing. Yeah. Founder friends from New York? Or
from here.
That you met already?
I met. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love that. What's your number one piece of advice for people attending conferences like this? If they're not pitching, how can they maximize their time at a conference like this?
I think you have to prepare ahead of time your agenda. Otherwise, you're just going to miss like sessions that you wanted to be there or keynote speakers. So just come prepared with your agenda.
And coming out of it, how can you keep the momentum going and maximize what the conference did in the week following?
Follow with everyone. Connect with them on LinkedIn. If you get their email them. If you get their phone number, text them. And try to set up another one-on-one via Zoom or in person.
That. Absolutely. You're hitting the nail on the head. Final question. What has been the coolest part of Indiana thus far?
The coolest part?
Coolest part. What has gotten you like, oh man, that is so cool?
Probably the restaurant.
St. Elmo?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. It was like a maze getting there till we got to the private room.
Oh.
It took us like 5 minutes.
You were back in the
the
catacombs of St. Elmo's.
I
love
really
it.
Cool.
If listeners out there want to, one, become customers of yours, two, people want to support you and your mission and what you're doing, how can they find you? Where should they go? How should they connect with you?
Yeah, so go to our website, westbyeast.com. So it's West X East, pronounced like South by Southwest, and hit us up. Like you can DM us on Instagram, you can DM me, you can connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you're going to a South Asian wedding or event, hit me up. I'm here to help. You don't have to be of South Asian descent. 25% of our customers are non-South Asian. So
really?
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure, and best of luck pitching tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Are you ready to transform your brand with award-winning video content that captures your vision and connects with your audience? Check out Alchemy, the experts at building your brand using video. From story-driven social media snippets that leave a lasting impression to compelling full-length documentaries, they have got the expertise to take your brand to the next level. Alchemy is actually our video partner here on Get In, and they do amazing work. All of the videos you see across social, across YouTube, all of that is done by Alchemy, and they're an amazing partner to work with. Reach out to me, Nate, at PowderKeg, or check out alchemyfilmco.com to get connected with Alden and his team. They will take care of all of your video needs.
This has been Get In, a PowderKeg production in partnership with Elevate Ventures. And we want to hear from you. If you have suggestions for a guest or a segment, reach out to Matt or Nate on LinkedIn or on email. To discover top-tier tech companies outside of Silicon Valley in hubs like Indiana, check out our newsletter at powderkeg.com/newsletter. And to apply for membership to the PowderKeg executive community, check out powderkeg.com/premium. We'll catch you next time and next week as we continue to help the world get in. Since you just listened to this podcast, you might be thinking about starting one for your company. Lucky for you, our partners over at Casted have you covered. Casted is the first and only podcast and video marketing platform made specifically for B2B brands. I love this about them. The platform makes it possible to publish, syndicate, amplify, and measure the value of your podcast and video content. In fact, we use it for our podcast here at PowderKeg. And if you're a startup, you should listen up because Casted for Startups is definitely for you. They are offering exclusive deep discounts of up to 82% off retail price for qualifying startups. Connect with Casted at casted.us/powderkeg.